Hey guys, it's Diana here. And before we let you dig into the free workshop, the full free workshop, I wanted to do a short video as an introduction into understanding social media and how to use it for business, because I know it can be very overwhelming. So we didn't want you to just jump into the workshop straight away, but give you a little bit of guidance into it. So make sure to watch this video first, and then we will get you access to the workshop afterwards. So for those of you that don't know me, I used to work in a 9-to-5 job for a big IT company in Ireland. I was very unhappy doing that job, and I felt really stuck. I wasn't enjoying what I was doing, and I've always been really, really passionate about travel, but I had no idea how to maximize and actually live my passions, because I only had a few weeks a year off to actually go and travel and take off of work. Um, so it wasn't until I stumbled upon or thought of the idea of working online and looked into it and educated myself on how to build an online business and leverage social media that I didn't see the opportunity to actually break free. So that is what I did. And I know how overwhelming it can be to get started online. So that is why I wanted to put together this little something to guide you into it and have you think about a few things before you dive into the workshop. So my brand is The Wonderpreneurs. I have several Instagram accounts. My main two platforms are Facebook and Instagram, so you might have seen me on there. But my main account is The Wonderbugs, and then on Facebook, my group is The Wonderpreneurs. So yeah, let's dig into it. So what I want to go over first is all the different social media platforms. However, these are not all of them, but these are the biggest ones that I want to look with you guys at. So Facebook, for example, has 2.23 billion monthly active users. Mind you, this data is from last year, so it might even be more now or different now, but this is the data that I could find at the moment. So 2.23 billion monthly active users, that is a lot. Instagram reached 1 billion active users as of June this year. YouTube has 1.57 billion monthly active users. Twitter has 330 million monthly active users. Snapchat has more than 300 million monthly active users. Pinterest 175 million, and LinkedIn 500 million. Now, Facebook and Instagram are the main two that I use. I've recently started using Pinterest as well, because Pinterest is an amazing platform, especially if you're targeting mostly females. I know that the male audience is also growing slowly on Pinterest, but at the moment it's still mostly females that use Pinterest. So if that is your target audience, your ideal audience, that is a great platform. However, all things aside, when you are starting out online, you should not overwhelm yourself. Don't try to do several things at the same time. Start out with 1 or 2 platforms and learn your way around those before you start spreading your brand out. So pick 1 or 2 platforms and master those before trying to learn others, because you are just going to get overwhelmed, and that might actually lead to you quitting instead of taking it easy. You have to walk before you can run. You know that saying. And what I would also suggest is to avoid the shiny object syndrome. So starting out online, you're going to meet a lot of other entrepreneurs, other people working online, doing something else, maybe leveraging other platforms, and they might be, gaining success on, like, for example, YouTube or with their blog or whatever it is that they're doing. And you might think, oh, well, if that is working for them, then I should be doing that too. That is not how it works. So if you, for example, chose Facebook and YouTube, then focus on those 2 platforms. Don't get distracted by Pinterest or Instagram if those are not the platforms that you chose to start with, because spreading yourself too thin is not going to help you. The people that you see being successful on these other platforms are probably people that have been at it for a long time as well, people that have chose to focus on that platform instead of the one that you are focusing on, and their results are the result of them actually focusing on that platform and not getting distracted. So try to avoid the shiny object syndrome, because getting distracted is not going to do you any good. Stick to what's right for you and your audience, play to your strengths. So if your audience is mostly to be found on Instagram, or if it's mostly to be found on Pinterest, if your ideal audience spends more time on a certain platform, then that's the platform that you want to go with. But keep in mind your skill set and your strengths and what you enjoy doing. So if you enjoy creating videos, or if you enjoy like taking pictures and creating short stories or long stories, like take that into consideration. If you really enjoy writing and writing longer stories and articles, then blogging is the way to go. If you prefer talking to the camera, if you prefer taking the camera with you on your adventures or on your travels or whatever it is that you're doing during the day, then go for YouTube. If you prefer to take pictures and then have a concise snapshot of the story with that picture, then Instagram might be the right platform for you. So take that into consideration, as well as where your audience can be found, as well as what you are good at and what you enjoy. Keep in mind your audience demographic. So like I said before, Pinterest has a lot of females. Nowadays, millennials and young people spend a lot of time on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. If you are more of the corporate world and professional world, or an executive, LinkedIn is the place to be. Also Twitter. And keep in mind that growth takes time and consistency. So you shouldn't give up, you should keep at it. Don't get distracted and focus on what you have chosen, what is good for you. Play at your strengths, focus on your audience, focus at offering them that content, that valuable content that they want to see. So another thing I want to discuss is your name versus brand name. So for example, when you start branding yourself, do you want to use your own personal name, or do you want to create a brand name that is like very catchy or that people are going to remember? This is completely up to you and depending on what you want to achieve. So if you choose to use your own name, that could be very good if you want to spread yourself across multiple platforms eventually. Whereas if you want to use your brand name, for example, if you want to offer courses or something like that, or if you want to do a blog with a brand name, that could work really well. Keep in mind your niche, keep in mind your audience. Think about the message that you want to convey with your brand. What is it that you are trying to show your audience? What is it that you're trying to teach them? What is it that you're trying to offer them? Think about the brands that you personally are attracted to. Which brands are you following right now? What are they giving you? What is the reason that you are attracted to them, that you are following them? Think about like other brands or people that you're following within your own niche. What are they doing? What have they done? What is it that makes them successful? And think about the long-term goals. So the brand that you're using now, whether it is your own name or whether it is your brand name, is your brand going to be relevant in 5 to 10 years and further? So what you are starting to build now, is it applicable to your long-term goals? So for example, if you are creating a travel brand, is that something that you still want to be doing in 10 years? Or are you going to want to settle down and start a family in 3 years? Keep these things in mind, because the best thing to do is to create a brand that is there long term, so you don't have to change halfway through. So if you have a brand name in mind, whether that is your own name or something catchy that you thought of, like I discussed before, what you want to do is you want to go to Namecheck, which is a great website that is able to check whether or not your brand name has already been taken, what platforms it's used on, if it's free. So if there is a brand name that you thought of but it's already taken on a lot of social media platforms, you might want to think of another one. So I'm just going to demonstrate that to you now. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So there we are. Okay, so for example, let's say we put in my brand and it's going to show up as you see, wonderpreneurs.com is taken, wonderpreneurs.co is taken. The brand is taken on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, MySpace. That's definitely not mine, but you can see there's a ton of social media platforms on here, and it lets you know which ones this name is already taken on, which one is available. So if you have a brand new brand name that you want to double check here, and you see, for example, that it is free on all the platforms that you think of using now or in the future, what you want to do, even though you don't want to overwhelm yourself and you want to focus on 1 to 2 platforms initially, if you say, okay, in the future, I might want to use YouTube as well, or in the future, I might want to use Twitter or LinkedIn, you might want to go to these platforms and create an account with your brand name because it's still free. And then in the future, get back to it, but already secure your brand name. So it's a very smart tactic to do this at the beginning to avoid later on in a year or whenever you are ready for your name to already be taken on these platforms. So that is the way that name checker works. Let's go back to the slides. Here we go. All right. So once you've done that, secure your brand name on different platforms. What you then want to do is understand how to monetize your social media. So there's different things that you can do. You can do affiliate offers, which is promoting someone else's product and earn commissions on that. You can be an influencer and sponsorship deals, which is a more affordable way for brands to advertise to more targeted audiences. This often happens via either YouTube, Instagram. What you can also do is create courses. If you are specialized in something or you have a lot of knowledge and you want to share it, you can create courses and then sell those courses to people who want to learn more about what you have to offer. If you are, for example, really good at video editing or managing social media, you could provide that as a service. Basically pick your area that you're specialized in and provide that service to others for a fee. So people are basically paying you to do what you're good at. Or you can also create your very own products, whether that is offline or online, and then sell those products via social media. So I want to have a look at a few examples that, people that have been really successful with their branding and that you should definitely have a look at and learn from. So let's see. All right. So first of all, I want to have a look at Jay Shetty. So I'm guessing that most of you know who Jay is. Jay has become really, really popular and well known in the past year or two. He's gone extremely viral with a lot of his videos on Facebook. He's basically out there just spreading wisdom and, talking about topics that he feels are very important to discuss. And Facebook has been a really good platform for him because basically any video that he creates is so easy to go viral because people, all they have to do is click one button to share it on their own wall. And that is how he uses Facebook as a platform to leverage his strength, basically, because he obviously loves being in front of the camera, talking to people, sharing a message that way. And he has a website that he's created. He's also on Instagram, but his main platform is Facebook. He is very popular. As you can see, he has 18.9 million followers on Facebook. He also has a YouTube, but here he only has 1,359,000 followers. So Facebook is definitely his main platform. He has leveraged that. He's doing really well doing so. And when it comes to earning money, obviously, he has created a website, and if you scroll all the way down, he has this work with me option where you can, hire him to host and do storytelling. He can do coaching, he can do filmmaking, he makes videos for brands, so he's leveraging his strengths. Obviously, he's really good at talking to the camera, editing, creating videos. So he's offering his skills to others. And that is like one of the ways that he earns money. So that is Jay Shetty. Facebook video creation is his strength. That is how he leverages social media, Facebook and YouTube. I also want to have a look at Gypsy Lust. So she is really big on Instagram. She has 2 million followers. I love following her. She always has the best pictures. As you can see, she is a traveler. Her Instagram looks absolutely beautiful. And that is her niche. That is her brand. Her brand is Gypsy Lust. She travels with her boyfriend. They go to the most amazing destinations. I think they have a house in Bali, and they're just living their best life. And what is the way for them to earn money? Brand deals, creating posts for them, but they also have created their own Lightroom presets that you can buy. And that is one way for them to earn money. As you can see, she also has her email address here. So in case you want to work together, you can reach out to her. There's different ways of leveraging social media to make profit, as you can see. So her strength is obviously, like, her niche is travel. Her strength is like taking beautiful pictures, and that is why she is on Instagram. It makes sense. And I wanted to show you another one, which is Marina De Giovanni. So she is a fashion blogger, fashion and beauty blogger. She runs a lot of ads on Facebook, but actually her blog is over here. So you can see her page is Not a Model. It's like blogging. The way that she earns an income is by getting free clothing, collaborating with clothing brands, fashion brands, and stuff like that. She will make videos in regards to makeup. So let's say that we go to this particular video that she made. So you can watch the video here. It's connected to an Instagram video she posted, a little information about the lipstick. And then here you have all the makeup that she used. And if you decided to click this link and purchase this makeup, she will get a commission, which is how affiliate marketing works. So she has this blog, obviously, this website, but she's also on Facebook. She's selling courses on how to become a blogger. So she is also leveraging social media in different ways to make a profit, which is really, really smart. Leveraging your strengths. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the slides. Here we are. So those are some examples of people that have successfully established their brand on mostly one platform and then, you know, slowly spread out to others, but their strength is definitely on 1 or 2 platforms. They've learned how to make a profit through social media in different ways, whether that is affiliate offers, influencer deals, or they're offering their own services or products online. So a lot of this will actually be covered in more depth in the social media blueprint, which you are going to get access to very soon. So the true key, however, to success online is implementation before you create your free account. I have a short exercise that I would like you to complete. This is going to show us that you are actually serious and ready to take action to create your own social media business. So this is definitely, it's obviously a free workshop, but we want to make sure we're offering this valuable content to people that are actually serious about implementing it and making it work. So once you finish this exercise, the free workshop plus all the bonuses is going to be unlocked for you. So yay, let's get started. Woo.